Hello, welcome to my channel. Hi everyone. Hello. Hi. Good morning. Hello. 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 Hiya. Hello. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. My name's Amy and this is my YouTube channel. So I've not been on YouTube as regularly recently. That's a mouthful. So I thought I'd explain a little bit why and what I'm going to do about it. So we went on holiday, which was brilliant, and I filmed those vlogs and they've been uploaded and I'm really pleased with them. But since then, and before actually, I was in a sort of mind space of I don't know what to do, I don't know what to post. It's difficult because obviously proper vloggers have the funds and the time to film regular videos, whereas I've got a full-time job. I'm saving for a house. I can't buy loads of clothes to do hauls all the time. I can't go out places all the time. And of course, in this situation with COVID, I've not been able to go out to many places anyway until we went on holiday. So I'm in a bit of a rut. I do this as a hobby. You know, I've always said if it took off then that would be great, but I just do this because I enjoy doing it. But at the moment, I'm not enjoying it. YouTube have changed how you upload videos. It's really, really fiddly. How we did it before was much easier. Now you get tiny, tiny little boxes that are like that come up in the middle of the screen, but you can't make the boxes bigger. So you have to scroll down through these tiny, tiny boxes to find what you're looking for and to do like end screens and cards, which is where things that come up here, the white things pops up here and it's like a suggestion. The end screen is where you've got people can do it differently, but I've got sort of a hyperlink with a video here, a hyperlink with a video here, and then a subscribe button here. And I have to do all that at the end, and they've made it more difficult. You also have to declare if the content is for children or not, and so I just put mine isn't every time, which it probably isn't really anyway, sometimes there's a bit of swear and all that. And then you also have to be careful with your music for copyright, and because it's a hobby, that all gets a bit tedious because I just want to upload a video and say, here you are, you can watch it if you like. Yeah, because I used to enjoy all the editing process and the uploading and things, but I don't mind the editing. It's just getting to that end point, which is a bit irritating. But I've decided this week I'm going to do an old style weekly vlog like I used to, and just film a little bit of each day. So today is Monday. I am working from home. Still, we've not been told anything about if we're going back to the office or when. So we're just plodding on as normal. But hopefully this week I will get my new glasses delivered. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen that I've ordered some new glasses. I wanted some tortoiseshell ones, so I ordered 4 to choose from, and then I've ended up buying 2 pairs. One which I really, really loved right from the start. They're a bit different. And then the second one, which I really like as well, but I've ordered them in sunglasses. So I'll show you them when they come. I've also got a little Q&A to do, so I'm going to answer that through this whole video. Because, yeah, I did that on Instagram as well. But it's always the same people who ask me questions, which is really, really lovely. but it shouldn't be down to them to ask me those questions, you know. It's nice that they do, and I really, really appreciate it, but it'll, you know, it'd be nice if I got more engagement with those things, which is why I don't do them very often. And sometimes I don't get any questions. Sometimes I just get questions from my friends, and in this case, all of the questions are from just one of my friends. So thank you for that. I will be answering them. Hopefully people that are watching will be interested to know the answers to those as well. So yeah, I'm also thinking maybe I'll sort of show you what I'm having for my dinner each day this week. I've done a video before where I've done what I've eaten in a day, I think, and then I think I did evening meals once, but I did those as standalone videos. But I might include that in this video and just show you what I'm having for dinner as I'm working at home, because it's been a lot better food-wise when I've been working at home, because I can cook a meal if I want a meal, and I found if I have a bigger meal at dinner time, I'm not as hungry as at tea time, so I have a smaller meal and I'm actually eating less. When I'm in the office, I go to the shop pretty much most days and get a sandwich. If not, I'll take a pack up, but it's normally the same thing every day, and it's just a sandwich and crisps. And yeah, I can have different things with me being at home, because I can cook things. In the office we only have a microwave as well, we don't have a toaster or anything like that. So yeah, that's a little bit of an update. I've been chatting for nearly 7 minutes now, so I'll leave you to it for now, and I'll come back in a bit. And yeah, it might be a question, it might be my dinner, it might be my glasses. It won't be my glasses today because the post's already been. So yeah, we'll see how this video goes, and I'll see if I'm going to try and carry on posting once a week, or if I'm going to do it every couple of weeks or once a month. I'm not sure. I'd really love some suggestions. If you could leave me a comment, I'd really love that in the comments box. Or if you want to come and follow me on Instagram, I'll put my Instagram here, because I do polls and stuff over there all the time. So yeah, just anything really. I'd love some suggestions. Right, it's been nearly 8 minutes now, so I'm gonna stop talking. So for dinner today, I have got a halloumi and hummus bagel, and it is delicious. A very beige Tuesday dinner of cheese baguette and crisps. Hi guys, sorry about the state of me. Oh, it's very dark up here. I went for a run this morning, which is why I look like this. Haven't had a shower yet, clearly. What did I come on to say? I've just come to say, nothing interesting really, but I thought I'd share with you. I got a new phone case and a new pop socket. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I had a bit of a saga with the phone case. I ordered one from eBay. It didn't come, so I messaged them. They said leave it 2 days, so I said that's fine, I'll leave it 2 days. Then they sent me the money back, which I didn't ask for. Then the phone case arrived a week late. So I messaged them and said, do you want me to send the money back? But they said, no, it's fine. So then, in the meantime, I'd ordered another phone case, which is actually much nicer. And I've got that yesterday, and I've put it on, and I've put my pop socket on as well. So if I can, I'll put a picture just here so you can see. And I've just received a dress from Boohoo. It's just a plain black dress with a handkerchief hem, so if I get a chance at some point I'll maybe show you that as well. So yeah, today is Wednesday. I'm going to be having a later lunch today because I've got to do a meeting for work at my normal lunchtime. And I'm going to have, I think I'm going to have a lentil bake, which I've made and froze, and some vegetables. So I'll show you that when that happens. Yeah, little update for Wednesday. So here is today's lentil bake. It's 2:30, and because of that meeting, my dinner has been delayed, but it looks good. And it's a little bit more colourful than yesterday's. Yummy. Okay, so I'm going to try and show you the dress. You just look like literally propped up on the mantelpiece, so I don't know how this will go, but also I've just had a shower, which is why my hair's like this. So it's called, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, I'm trying to, you're still not going to be able to see. It's called the Plus, so it's from the plus size selection. Moira, Plus Moira hanky hem swing dress. Let me see if I can do like a slippers on there. This isn't going well. Hang on, let me see if I can put you down here. I'm going to leave all this in, you know, because I am authentic like that. You still can't. I don't know if I'm on my tiptoes. I don't know if you can see, but if I lift it up a bit, the hem is, as it says, hanky, so it's sort of longer at the sides. Can you see that? Can't really go back any further. The chimney is half tiled, by the way. Yeah, so you get the gist. I can't remember how much it was. It was in the 75% off. So it might be sold out now, but I'll put the price up here if I can find it, and I'll maybe link it down below should anybody want to buy it. So yeah, that's my dress. Hiya, it's me again, obviously. I should have said, the way this dress fits, it's quite loose and quite baggy, which I like. It doesn't cling to you, so it sort of skims over my tummy and my like love handly bits. It doesn't cling to all your lumps and bumps. And I've just had a look, it was £14.40, and it comes in khaki and grey as well, so I might order the other two while it's in stock. Push the boat out. Yeah, sorry, just voicing my own thoughts there. So yeah, £14.40, but when I come to edit it, I'll try and remember and link it below. Thanks. Thanks. Hi guys, I've just realised it's Friday and I haven't told you what I had for my dinner yesterday or today, and I haven't done the Q&A. I don't know. So yesterday I had Quorn chicken burgers for my dinner, and today I've had crumpets. So yeah, there we are. Riveting stuff. Let's have a look at the Q&A. I'll maybe do a few questions now. So the first question is tips for somebody thinking about going veggie. So what I would say is, if you're thinking about doing it, think about your sort of staple foods that you eat now. So for example, sausages, chicken, I don't know. And then try and find an alternative, a meat-free alternative. So for example, I was a massive meat pie, steak pie eater. That was my thing. I was sort of known for it. I even got a presents, birthday presents that were to do with pie because of how much I had steak pie. So I was a massive steak pie fan. So I found out that Quan do their version of a steak pie, and I got them, and they're really nice. I got sausages, Linda McCartney sausages. I sort of got a few basics like the Quan crispy nuggets, some Linda McCartney burgers as well. And what I did is I set out to just do it for a month, which was fine. And then I just carried it on, and it'll be 3 years in, I think, about a week actually. That I think it must be 3 years, yeah. And I don't struggle at all. If you've got to be careful because some things have meaning and you don't realise. But once you get into that mindset of checking things, then you know what you can have and what you can't have. So yeah, my tip would be just try it. Maybe if you just did it for like a week, or you thought, well, we'll have a couple of days this week that we're not going to eat meat, and bring it in gradually if you want to do it that way. But I would get a few of the basics that you would eat in a meat diet, and then swap them for meat-free alternatives and try that, and then just build up as you go along. I don't know if that makes sense really, but yeah, just just try. No, if you wanted to go veggie, then I think you're already in that mindset anyway. But I would just get a few of the basics that to sort of start you off, and then go from there. Try it for a day or for a week or a month. Don't say right now I'm going to do it forever, and just see how you go. Yeah. Question 2 was any tips for coping with anxiety. This is a difficult one really, because I think everybody suffers with anxiety in different ways. What I learned was to try and distract myself, because when I was having panic attacks, I didn't know how to deal with them. I'd had them for a while. I'm just going to sit up. Sorry about that. And I hadn't actually known that that's what they are. Sorry. Until I was diagnosed. I went and explained what was happening to the doctors, and she said it's a panic attack. So once I knew what it was, then I sort of kind of got into finding out ways of managing that. So touch wood, I haven't had a proper panic attack for probably this year. I can't remember, so that's a good thing. But what I found was when I knew what it was, I then knew what the signs were. So as soon as I could feel one maybe starting, I learned to distract myself. So I think it's like looking around you to see 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that you can smell, and go down like that. And then that distracted me from the panic attack happening, and it passed. I have also found meditating. I use the Headspace app, and that got me into a good mindset, because in early July I was really struggling with my anxiety, just worrying about things that I didn't need to worry about really. But you can't help it. It just happens. You can't help it. If you could, then obviously you wouldn't be anxious. So I found that the Headspace app really worked, and as soon as I started paying for it, I felt better and didn't use it. So that's how it goes. But it worked, so it was worth it. I also like to find something that calms me down. So for example, I really like to go and sit by the sea with a cup of tea or some food or a book or all of those. And even if I'm not anxious, that is one of my favourite things to do. I love to sit down there. But I think if I am in that mindset, it brings me, it sort of levels me a bit. Also, going for a walk. I never used to be a fan of going for walks, really, but I do enjoy a nice walk now. And I think if you've had, because with me, the peak of my anxiety tends to be when I go to bed, because my mind starts whirring and I start thinking about things. So I then the next day I've found if I get up, I think, right, I'm going to get up and go for a walk and clear my head. And that works. I also started doing the Couch to 5K this time last year as well. That was more for my mental health rather than my physical health. But obviously it works in both ways, really. And I found that as much as you get up and think, oh God, I don't want to go out at 6 o'clock in the morning in the dark, once you've done it and you're back, you can't believe how proud you are. And it's the endorphins and everything that helps you with your anxiety as well. So I would just learn to distract yourself if you can. Get the Headspace app, definitely. You can use it for free as well. You don't have to pay for it. There are free bits on there. And find something that makes you happy. Self-care, it's free. Well, mostly. Look after yourself. But yeah, definitely find something that you can distract yourself with, and definitely try meditating. Even if you don't use the app, try doing it yourself. I'm sure there's YouTube tutorials and things. But your first step is acknowledging it and realising, and then you kind of find a way to cope and manage. You find your own ways. So yeah. How do you like to relax after a busy day? I like this. I'm quite a boring person, but I'm quite happy to be boring because my job isn't boring. So I'm quite happy to not have a eventful life. So I love a hot bubble bath with a book, or YouTube. I like to watch YouTube videos. I like to read, but generally on a night I will log off from my work computer, have some tea, and then I sit and watch telly. Sometimes I have a bit of chocolate. At the moment I'm trying to be good, so I only have a treat at a weekend. Yeah, at the moment me and my mum have been watching Married at First Sight Australia. We watched the season from 2017, and now we're on to the next season, 2018, which I think is season 5. And we're really into that at the moment. So if you're watching that, comment below. Or suggestions for TV series as well to watch. Comment below, because I do love a good binge. I also love to watch, and this is a bit off topic, but it is how I relax. One of my favourite programmes is Escape to the Chateau with Dick and Angel Strawbridge. And they've got a couple of spin-offs as well, because they've got their Escape to the Chateau, then there's the Escape to the Chateau DIY, and then there's a new series out at the moment called Escape to the Chateau Make, Do and Mend. And I love all of those. And I'm really enjoying Our Yorkshire Farm as well at the moment. That's Amanda and Clive Owen and their 9 children on a farm in North Yorkshire, which is where I live. And I really enjoy to watch that. So yeah, generally watching telly on a night, or I do like to go for a drive along the seafront, which, as I said in my in the previous question, is one of my favourite places anyway. Sit down there with a cup of tea, watch the sunset, just watch people. People watching is always fun. Yeah, those are my winding down things. Has COVID or lockdown made you look at life differently? I think so. I think we all had to, really, because all of a sudden we weren't allowed to do our normal daily life, really. So yeah, it's definitely made me appreciate family and friends. But obviously in the first lot of lockdown, where you were only allowed out for an hour a day, I live with my mum and dad still, which actually I'm quite thankful about now, because if I'd lived on my own, I think I'd have driven myself mad. And we actually became closer because we were spending all that time together and, going out for walks and things. So it definitely makes you appreciate life and sort of the freedom that you had before, and that you've got to take care of each other as well. So yeah, I think it did change the way I look at things. Yeah, I think it did. Did you find lockdown challenging? Yes and no. I found it, the main issue for me was worrying about my granddad, because he lives on his own, and I was constantly worried about the different rules and things, and what if he forgets that he has to wear a mask, and when we couldn't see him, we were just dropping food off. That was awful. And you can speak on the phone, but we used to go out to cafes and we'd go out on little days out and things, and that was difficult because he didn't quite grasp the full situation. Every time we would go around, he'd say, "Oh, things are going to be opening soon, aren't they?" And we'd be like, "Well, not till July." Because he's deaf and partially sighted, he will watch the news, but he can't always hear clearly what they're saying, so he only picks up bits. So that was difficult. And not being able to see my friends was hard. We did a few like video calls and things, which was good. The other bit that was hard for me, it was a scaremongering from other people saying things that just weren't true, that weren't proven. It was just, oh, so-and-so on Facebook said this, so it's true. I don't have Facebook anyway, but stuff like that was making me quite stressed. But the having to stay in and comply with the rules and regulations and things, I found better than I think I would have thought I would have found it. Because you've just got to, haven't you? You've just got to do it, and people aren't or weren't paying attention to those rules are just idiots and selfish. But you've got to do it for yourself and for your close family and friends, and it will get there in the end, and we did. Touch wood. Hopefully everything is getting a bit more back to normal now. So yeah, mainly it was all right. It was just those few things that did worry me. But actually, Grandad was fine. I think we were more worried about Grandad than he was about the situation. So, which is generally the way. So yeah, bits and bobs, but mostly it was fine. And the last question is, what are you looking forward to most about the rest of 2020? Well, it's going to be, it's going so quick. We're already nearly at the end of August and things are just flying by. I'm looking forward to some annual leave that I've got in September. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm just looking forward to the time off. I'm probably going to go on a couple of days out and things. Hopefully see some friends and stuff like that. In November, me and, which I've spoken about before, I think on here, me and Georgia and Ricky and Matthew and Shane are going to Centre Parks in Woburn, all being well, as long as, you know, all the rules are saying that we can. And that's going to be Winter Wonderland. So I don't know if you've been to Centre Parks. If you haven't, why not? It is brilliant and it's going to be so Christmassy. And I've never actually been to Woburn, which is unusual because I am a massive Centre Parks fan, as you'll probably have realised. So that's going to be good because it's going to be, even though I've been to Centre Parks, I haven't been there, so it's going to be a bit different as well. So I'm excited about that. Christmas, I always think now Christmas is a bit of an anticlimax because I really, really used to love it when I was younger and all the family were still around, and now I still sort of look forward to it, but then you get to the day and it's like, oh, that's it, it's over. So I think that happens when you grow up as well, when you get older. And but yeah, there is some nice things coming up for the rest of the year, so fingers crossed that holiday will definitely happen because I cannot wait.